Joe is the type of guy who is obsessed with his crush. He's obsessed with her life, what she's up to, and who her friends are, and wants to know all and everything about her. He scrolls her Instagram like a madman, checking her pictures to see if she's been with other guys, and what other pictures has she been liking, especially of other guys. Then there's Michael. Michael doesn't have any crushes. He never obsesses over girls because girls obsess over him. Whilst Joe's attention is on the girl that he likes, Michael is focused on his work and success. That is the way of the masculine man. Now you can either relate to one of the two, and if it's Joe, then don't worry guys, there's always time to improve yourself as a man. In this video, I'll be going over 10 signs that she's not that into you, and it might hurt your feelings, but the pain you'll experience by watching this video to the end will help you to potentially move on and not obsess over a single girl, which is by far the worst Joe trait that any guy could have. So, let's get into it. Number 1. She doesn't pay that much attention to you. When you meet her or maybe you text her, it always just seems like her attention is somewhere else. And this might hurt a bit, but her attention may be on someone else. The thing that you've got to understand about women, especially women who have a lot of feminine energy, is that their attention is almost always fixated on the best guy that they can get. This term is so controversial to use, but the alpha male for a feminine woman, not just every woman, right? Because a lot of women are kind of like masculine. They've got quite a lot of like masculine energy. Personally speaking, I like to date feminine girls, and from my understanding, a feminine woman's attention is almost entirely on her alpha male. When you are a girl's best option, when you're a girl's alpha male, her attention is on you. But unfortunately, when you're not the girl's best option, when she can do better than you and she have like some other guy in mind. Number 2, she pulls away from physical contact. Now some people might not prefer physical contact. Maybe you like childhood trauma and stuff, fair enough. But chances are if she's into you, she likes your physical touch. If she just unnecessarily touches you, even a little bit, that is such a good sign. If she's into you, she'll embrace your physical touch, but on the other hand, if she's not into you, she'll avoid it. Maybe you'll handshake or maybe you'll do like a little polite hug or something, but she won't embrace your physical touch. Number 3, she doesn't ask you any personal questions. I remember this girl that I would message. I texted her quite frequently. So this is before I had any game at all. The issue was that she was replying to my texts, but she wasn't interested in me. So I would message her some questions like, "What are you doing today? What are you busy with?" And she would answer the question that I would send her, and she'd always reply, "Oh, and what about you?" And the conversion just died at that point. That's what gave me enough of a feeling to think that actually, she wasn't into me, because the thing is, if a girl is really into you, she won't just deflect your questions back at her. If a girl doesn't seem to ask you any original questions that you've not even asked her, chances are like she doesn't care that much to get to know you more. Number 4, she doesn't make that much effort with you. The thing is, when a girl likes a guy, she will make an incredible amount of effort. She'll go to the other side of the world for him. She'll make an effort if she is into you, and this is the one I want you to just keep in mind. If a girl is into you, she will make an effort to come and see you even if you're far away. Even if the commute isn't that nice, she will make an effort, and when she does show up, she will look like she's prepared herself for you. When a girl is totally into you, she's not going to come up wearing unflattering kind of clothes or anything like that. She wants to impress you, and so of course, the other side of this is true. If she's not that into you, if she doesn't really like you that much, she won't make an effort. If you live like 10 minutes away and she won't come to meet you, it's like she probably doesn't like you then. Number 5, she doesn't keep eye contact. Now, this is one of my favorites. If a girl is into you, if she's attracted to you, she will hold eye contact. And there are times when you can just walk through the streets if you are that kind of guy who's pretty confident and attractive. And when you see a girl walking past and she holds her eye contact and smiles, that is the single greatest sign that you can go and speak to her. Now, some girls can be a little bit shy. I've noticed that there have been girls who are into me who struggle with holding eye contact. That seems to happen. It's almost like your eye contact is a little bit intimidating. But generally, if a girl is into you, she will kind of want to look at you. She'll want to hold your eye contact, but she's not interested at all. Maybe she'll look at you while she's giving you some greetings like, "Oh hi, how are you?" and stuff. Number 6, she's just dry as hell. Now, this is something that so many guys are victims of. That you could be texting a girl and her conversations, like the way she texts you, is just dry and boring. She's not even that interested and not engaging you in a real conversation. You send her a big message and she replies with a little 1-word or 2-word answer. not even reflecting the conversation at you, not asking you anything. The issue with this, which is what I've explained previously, is that she might still reply. Now, of course, I don't need to tell you that she's not into you. She doesn't reply to your messages. That's obvious, isn't it? Where young men get confused, and I was so bad at this, that she replies but she's still not interested. Nothing is more disgusting when a girl does than when you're chilling with a girl and she starts speaking about like some of the other guys that she's into or some other guy that she dated. Maybe I'm different or something, but I'm pretty sure this is almost like a universal trait in men. It just does something inside of us that just gets us repulsive and agitated. We don't want to hear about previous guys that you've been with. Interestingly, it doesn't mean for sure that she's not into you. It's maybe just more of a sign of a red flag that she's maybe like a lower quality girl. Number 7, she doesn't want to be alone with you. And so she invites her friends to come to meet you. Maybe you're going on a date with a girl and she'll just show up with one of her friends. That's just so uncomfortable and awkward. The best case scenario is that you meet the girl alone so you're able to establish rapport. And maybe you can escalate some things. But if she's bringing one of her girlfriends with her, it kind of destroys that possibility. Now, it's not totally a bad sign if a girl wants her friends to be around when you first meet, but you've got to judge this with your perception. If it seems like the reason that this is happening, like a girl doesn't want to be alone with you because she thinks you're creepy, that's not a good sign. But if it's potentially happening more so because she wants her friends to evaluate you, that could be a good sign and it could show a level of quality in the girl. Number 8, when she gives you mixed feelings. What I've learned through my experiences of dating is that when a girl is totally into you, you're going to have such an amazing time with her. There are absolutely no mixed feelings inside of you. Instead, it's almost like the opposite. You almost have this level of like blissful certainty when you know that she's yours, and that is one of the greatest feelings for men that I hope that you get to experience as well. Where you have this level of confidence where you think, yep, of course, she's into me. Of course, she wants me. That feels amazing for guys. It makes you feel so responsible and masculine and focused on the things that matter. On the other hand, a sign that she's not into is that you feel mixed towards her. Number 9, she's on her phone distracted whilst you're trying to spend time with her. Imagine you're trying to go on a date with this girl. She said yes, and it feels so awesome, so you go on to a date, and then she's just distracted and mindlessly on her phone whilst you're there. And on the other hand, you're on self-improvement, so you're not using your phone that much. And so, you just sit there looking at her across the table while she keeps texting on her phone. A lot of what we've already discussed today just comes down to like self-respect guys. If you respect yourself and you want to be like a man of honor, you want to get closer to being like Michael. Don't allow something like this into your life. Don't go on a date with a girl who's just distracted by her phone. Number 10, she friend zones you. She'll say like, can we just be friends? And she doesn't want to be friends with you. What kind of relationship she wants with you is the biggest indicator by far if she likes you or not. There's a phrase that I like which is observe her actions, not her words, because a lot of girls don't mean to be bad people, but a lot of girls can often lead like a guy. And they kind of promise him like a relationship, but in the end, it's her actions that matter. And if her actions are showing that she just wants to be friends with you, and just, please talk to you, then that's not a good sign that she likes you. But if her actions are showing that she wants to date you, she wants to sleep with you, she wants to be intimate with you, then of course she likes you. But the thing is, if you watched this much of the video, you knew that already. You knew that if she dated you and slept with you, yeah, she liked you.
That was it for this video. Be sure to hit subscribe and take a look at the other videos on the channel. Like the video too, as it can help the video reach more men looking for a purpose and direction in life.